Hi, my name is Vincent and today I'll be going through the 5 things you need in order to start your guitar journey. So, you're looking to start playing guitar. Congratulations, you've just made the best decision of your life. Guitar is one of the most popular instruments people want to learn how to play actually. And surprisingly enough, a lot of people actually don't start learning the guitar, sometimes ever. An important thing to know is that there is 2 types of guitars that are most commonly used right now. The acoustic guitar and the electric guitar. In this video we'll be going over the 5 things you need in order to start your electric guitar journey. So, the first thing you'll need in order to start playing the electric guitar is, of course, a guitar. Now let me debunk a few myths straight away. You do not need the most expensive instrument or the best, highest quality guitar you can get straight off the bat. It's perfectly fine to start off with a cheaper guitar in order to get the feel for the instrument a little bit and see whether you really like it or not. This is not the first guitar I ever got. In fact, this was more like the 7th or 8th one I got. Actually, the first guitar that I ever got I don't have anymore, sadly. However, the guitar I have right here was no more than $400. And you could easily say I spent 1,000 hours practicing on this guitar alone. A few things to consider when you're purchasing your new instrument are as follows. Make sure the neck fits comfortably in your hand. Sometimes a neck is too thick and it will not be easy for your hand to play. When you're starting out, this is completely normal and you will get used to your instrument very fast. Another thing to seriously consider is, do you like how the guitar looks? Do you like the shape of it? Do you like the color of it? Do you like the design? At the end of the day, you're less likely to start playing your instrument when you don't even like the look of it. Guitars come in many different sizes, shapes and styles. I myself own 5 guitars right now, of which one is an acoustic guitar. Another thing to consider when you're buying your first guitar ever is, you don't have to go for the cheapest guitar you can find. Why is that? Well, it's kind of obvious. When the guitar is too cheap, the quality will go down severely. If you buy yourself a decent instrument for a decent price, let's say about $200, if you end up not liking playing the guitar whatsoever, the actual guitar you bought will retain some of its value. This means when you sell it on eBay or whichever way you plan on selling your guitar, you will get more money back. So don't cheap out that much, but you do not have to buy the most expensive guitar you can find. Without going too in depth on guitars, we'll consider that settled for now. The second thing you'll need is actually an amplifier. An amplifier is actually as basic as it sounds. It amplifies the sound you put into it. However, not all amplifiers are the same. In fact, there's a lot of differences between them. I'll leave a link in the description to some amps that I consider beginner friendly, that sound good for the price you pay, and that have a couple of extra cool options as well. The third thing you'll be needing is a way to get the sound from your guitar into your amplifier. You can do this via one of these cables. Here in the Netherlands we call them jack cables. They're just 3.5mm plugs. Some of these are straight and some of these are with an edge. I like the cables with an edge for playing live, because the probability of me kicking this cable out of my guitar is a lot smaller. The fourth thing you'll be needing in order to start your electric guitar journey is one of these. This is called a guitar pick. When it comes to guitar gear, this is one of the most personal things actually. Because at the end of the day, this all comes down to personal preference. These guitar picks come in various different sizes and thicknesses, so be sure to try a couple of different ones out and see which one you like best. The ones I'm using are the Jazz 3 by Jim Dunlop. The fifth thing you'll need in order to start your electric guitar journey is some basic technique in order to get you rolling. To help you start off your electric guitar journey, I'll be going over with some basic electric guitar techniques with you now. Alright, first things first, the right hand. I have my guitar pick in my hand right here. I'll be showing you how to correctly hold your guitar pick. What I like to do is just dangle my hand like this. Just let it loose, make sure the fingers are loose and everything is just relaxed. Then, when you turn your hand over like this, it'll automatically be in the perfect position to take your pick and put it right in there. Make sure the tip comes out with the pointy end like that. When you have the pick in the correct position, and simply stroke down the strings. When you're playing a single string like this, it's a good idea to put this part of your hand on the bridge like this. Not too far up, just place it on the bridge. I actually like to place my pinky down here on the body as well. I do this to give my hand a lot of stability, and by doing it like this I can just rotate my wrist and I don't have to move my entire arm in order to pick the strings. So make sure the movement comes from the wrist. When you'll be playing chords, you'll be doing this a lot. Notice how I'm not using my entire arm, but mainly just using a turning motion with my wrist when I'm strumming. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at the left hand. Whenever you're playing guitar, it's always good practice to keep your thumb behind the fretboard right here. Not up here. Make sure you keep it on the back. The reason why we do this you can see right here. Whenever I move my thumb down, you can see my wrist come under the guitar neck. This could feel a little bit strange at first, but I'm sure you'll get used to it eventually. This makes playing so much easier because you can see when I put my thumb back here, it makes it very easy for me to move and coordinate my fingers properly. Actually without putting any strain on my wrist and on my fingers or whatsoever. You can see the difference when I put my thumb back up here. It actually makes it very hard to stretch my fingers out properly and to maintain good posture. So it's always good practice to keep your thumb on the back of the guitar neck like this. Another tip I'd like to give you is where to actually start fretting the notes. As you can see, the fret is quite large. In order to fret the notes properly, you want to place your finger about 3/4 up on the fret. If you put it too far towards the back, you'll get a buzzing sound like this. And if you put it too far up, the note will sound dead like this. If you put it at about 3/4, it'll sound perfectly. These are just some basic rules of thumb to keep in mind when you're starting out. Those are the 5 things you absolutely need in order to get started in your electric guitar journey. As a bonus tip when you're starting out, if you're anything like me and you don't want to start the slow way, I can advise you against this. You see, what I did was, I just wanted to learn how to play metal. So what I did, I just started to play metal. Even though it was a lot of fun, eventually it caught up with me. However, that is a really personal thing for me because I wanted to pursue a career in music. So I had to expand my horizon a bit further than only metal could bring me. But if you want to learn how to play a specific style of guitar, go for it, man. I've been a guitar teacher for about 6 years now, and what I do with every single one of my students when they're new is I go over these basics with them first, just like we did in the video here. However, some of these basics also include going over some basic chords, going over some basic scales, going over some basic techniques as well. And when those 3 things are out of the way, the first thing we do is we pick a song and we start playing it. Guitar is one of the most exciting instruments to learn how to play. I can know, I put over 10 hours each day into learning my new instrument when I got my first one. And no, that's not exaggerated. I really practiced for 10 hours each day. Well, I had a holiday, man, so I had spare time. The point is, if there's something you really want to learn and you're really passionate about it, go for it. But please do not miss out on these basics. I'll be making a video going over these essential basics in the future, so if you do not want to miss out on that video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications as well so you get notified whenever I upload it. If you got anything out of this video, be it that it was educational for you, being that it was inspirational to you, being that you just really liked it, any value at all, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the like button as well. In this way you can support me and help the channel grow. I'd love to do a lot more of these videos in the future, so if you'd like that, hit the like button, hit subscribe and click the bell notifications. My name is Vincent, thanks a lot for checking out this video and I hope to see you in the next one.